hundreds of thousands of young Catholics gave the pontiff a rapturous welcome, just as they did on Saturday. The pontiff then made a dramatic entrance by helicopter and addressed the 800,000 pilgrims who had come from 146 countries for the Jubilee.
Good morning, buenos dias, et bonjour, guten Morgen. We will shortly begin the greatest celebration that Christ left us, his very presence in the Eucharist. God bless you all, and may this be a truly memorable occasion for each and every one of us.
We can go to Rome now, where our correspondent Seema Gupta is standing by. Good morning, Seema. How significant is this Youth Jubilee for the new Pope?
Well, yes, you're absolutely right. A pope that was elected just on May 8th. And this Jubilee, a massive event, some saying hundreds of thousands, the Italian media saying as many as 1 million young people from so many different countries. To see a pope that is so much younger than his predecessor, Pope Francis, to see him getting on a helicopter on that Pope mobile, reaching out to try and catch some of the flags and even soft toys that are being thrown at him to connect with the youth. It's a very different kind of image to see a younger pope. And really, some would say perhaps this baptism of fire just a few months after his election at this Youth Jubilee event here in Rome, connecting with the youth. Now, he has said very clearly to them so far that this event is about finding hope and friendship in faith as they gather here from all around the world, and calling on them to persevere in faith. And this event, this Sunday Mass at this location on the outskirts of Rome, of course, a culmination of 1 week of events. And entire thing started out with a gathering of hundreds of Catholic influencers, if you like, people who are doing their evangelization online, spreading the faith online. So really the church wanting to connect with the youth in the method in which they're communicating in these days. That said, though, some have said that there has been a drop in terms of participation. If you compare the last Jubilee, which was 25 years ago, and that was under the then Pope John Paul II, now Saint John Paul, of course, there were 2 million people who gathered at that event. Others might say precisely because everything is so much more available online, maybe fewer people have decided to travel to this event. But what is very clear from the last 1 week, looking at people trying to connect with this new Pope, they're clearly very excited to be here in Rome at this very key event for them in this Jubilee Catholic year.
So this year it may be a smaller figure of a smaller number of people than it was 25 years ago, but it's still significant. It's 800,000 people. Some figures are even putting it as high as 1 million. And not everyone in Rome, though, is happy about this large influx of people, with complaints about crowding on public transport and other things.
Absolutely. We've heard reports of people very frustrated that these young people are clogging up the metros and the buses. The Italian media has dubbed this as the Catholic Woodstock. And so you've seen over the last week young people crowding the piazzas of Rome, gathering to sing, to dance, to break into prayer, to break into song. It's a festival atmosphere. But with that, of course, comes those crowds, people, some Romans complaining about the trash, they're not picking up after themselves, how are they keeping clean, the fact that they're crowding that site on the outskirts of Rome. That said, though, this Jubilee event is a centuries-old pilgrimage. Rome is used to dealing with these types of crowds. And let's not forget that aside from money from the European Union for the recovery of Italy, there have been funds coming in because of this Jubilee to spruce up the city as well, and to have lots of construction work. That has created frustration among Romans, but the city is used to dealing with this, and the authorities at least are very pleased about what's being carried out, not just in terms of the services, but also some 4,000 security personnel on hand to make sure that things go on safely.
Thank you very much for that, Seema Gupta in Rome.